guys, and thank you so much for joining me for another spooky video today. Don't let the sweatshirt fool you. It is still a healthy 90 degrees outside where I live, but it's October. I want to enjoy it. Because October is about spooky stuff, you know? What kind of stuff is scary for Halloween? Ghosts? Ghouls? That one person in your neighborhood that hands out raisins instead of candy? I'm scared of those things. But what kinds of things are Lolitas afraid of? Scalpers, spilling tea on our brand dresses, missing that latest dress from AP in one of their blood baths? Perhaps. But there is one thing above all else that we as Lolitas fear the most, being considered ITA. So in this video, I would like to talk a little bit about what it means to be labeled as an ITA, and then I'm going to style myself as an ITA. Although according to CGL, half of us already do. So if you would like to know a little bit more about how we as Lolitas bully and make fun of each other, just keep watching the video. And if you are interested in more kawaii and Lolita content, I post new videos for you guys every Monday and Thursday. So you can hit the subscribe button down below to stick around for that. And if you do enjoy this video while you're watching, also feel free to hit the thumbs up down below. One like equals one prayer for a Lolita that's been called ITA on 4chan. Now, I actually didn't even hear about the term ITA until I was well into my Lolita fashion journey, so if you also have no idea what the word means, I will give you a little bit of an explanation. The word ITA is a not nice, like really not nice, way to criticize somebody else's Lolita cord. The word ITA is a play on the word Lolita, of course, but also a play on the Japanese word itai, which means pain. So when you call someone an ITA, you're basically saying that they are painful for you to look at. Not so nice. And from my understanding, this word is mostly used to describe Lolitas who are just starting out in the fashion, considered beginners, haven't really found their footing yet, and I think that makes it a lot worse. So while it's mostly aimed at newer or beginner Lolitas, what does it actually mean to be an ITA? What are the requirements? One of the most common ways to make yourself an ITA is to buy a dress that is cheap and of low quality materials. Unfortunately, people that want to get into the fashion but don't really know much about it get roped into these websites that advertise Lolita dresses for a fraction of the price that you would find on Angelic Pretty or Baby the Starshine Bright shops. And with the prices for brand name pieces being what they are, I can understand how having an untrained or inexperienced eye towards Lolita would make you go for the cheaper option. If you don't know much about the fashion and you don't understand the importance of quality and certain design aesthetics, why wouldn't you go for something that costs $50 rather than $350? Now, I'm not saying that just because an item is cheaper, it's not Lolita. There are many shops on Taobao that offer great Lolita pieces for great prices, and that's not what we're talking about. It's less about the money being spent and more about the quality of materials and design that you're getting in return. Fabrics like shiny costume satin or an abundance of cheap plasticky looking lace are a pretty sure giveaway. Now, as you'll know if you watched my previous video on how much I've spent on my Lolita wardrobe, I have a lot of expensive brand pieces in my closet. Though I have bought some less expensive, cheaper dresses for more like makeup, cosplay inspired Lolita Coords, so let me go see if I can find a dress in my closet that I can style to be ITA. Alright, so this is the best one that I could come up with. This dress was probably like $40. I'm not even sure where I bought it from, but I bought this to use for my Isabel from Animal Crossing Lolita inspired cord. I did do a video on that and I think it was super cute, so I'll link it up above for you guys. While the material of this dress isn't like costumey satin or really shiny or anything, it's just very thin, which is like, yeah, that's the price I paid, so that's what I'm gonna get. And the design itself is really cute, but as far as quality goes, it's not up to par with where Lolita really should be. And also it came missing a button. Quality! So yeah, I think this is the best I can do as far as the dress. Let's move on to other parts of the cord. So under every Lolita JSK, there needs to be a blouse. Or does there? I would say further in the past, the no blouse rule was an absolute no-go as far as breaking it. However, I see a lot of Lolitas going blouseless, especially in the summertime these days. So I could style this dress with no blouse to go for more of an ITA look, but I think I want to go a different route instead. So I just grabbed this little button-up blouse from my closet. I feel like a beginner Lolita would probably just try to grab from the wardrobe they already have and make it work for Lolita when it really doesn't. And I think that's the case because that's what I did. Much like foregoing a proper blouse underneath a JSK, someone who is new or labeled an ITA might also forego wearing a proper pair of legwear. Now this could mean foregoing any kind of legwear at all, no socks, no tights, but this could also mean opting to wear something more like you would find in the hosiery section at Spirit Halloween. Which I love, by the way. So let's just go without socks for this look and we'll move on to the shoes. So from my understanding, there is a little bit of wiggle room as far as shoes goes in the ITA universe. Sure, you've got your brand heels and your tea parties, but other types of shoes would also be considered lollyable. Something like a pair of Mary Janes or even some tennis shoes could be considered appropriate depending on their colors and styling. But these shoes are not that. First of all, they are filthy. They're also extremely casual and just not the right style at all. But did that stop me from wearing these with Lolita before? No! There was a time when my Lolita closet was very small. I didn't have very many options as far as shoes to wear, and so I made do with what I had. Which is why I think this whole ITA business bothers me the way it does, is because this is someone trying, you know? They should be given credit for that. Or at least not made fun of on the internet. Now, another mark of being labeled as an ITA is using more costumey style wigs. I definitely did this when I was first starting out. I just recently uploaded a video reacting to my first Lolita Coords I ever did. If you'd like to see me being guilty of this ITA tactic, I will link that video up above for you. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love wearing really cute pastel colored wigs to this day with my Lolita Coords. If you've followed me over on my Instagram, which is linked down below, you will definitely be aware of that. However, there is a time and place for styling a brightly colored wig appropriately. This will not be one of those cases. And as far as headwear goes, one of the biggest offenses to being an ITA that I've heard of is wearing animal ears. Now again, there's a time and place. If the print of your dress has certain animals in it and you want to wear some cute, nicely made ears, maybe you could hand make them yourself, that would be fine. Sometimes large brands like AP or Baby will put out matching animal ears with one of their dress sets. That's also safe from being considered ITA. But just throwing on some furry animal ears you found in the discount bin at Target, that is considered ITA. Now, these are not from Spirit Halloween or Target. These were handmade by a Lolita that I found on Etsy, but they're the best I could do with my closet, so let's throw them on the cord. Another topic related to being ITA is including anime style items in your Lolita Coords. I think the point of anime being considered ITA when related to Lolita is that a lot of the general public equate cosplay with Lolita. Now, Lolita is not a costume, so I understand the desire to put space between otaku culture and Lolita fashion, and I can see how wearing more anime-inspired pieces with your cord could kind of blur that line for someone who doesn't understand. So the best thing I have to suit that part of being an ITA is my Hamtaro backpack for a purse. I would never besmirch Hamtaro. He goes with everything I own and you can't stop me from wearing him. Now the final and most egregious mark of being an ITA is not wearing a petticoat. From what I've read online, this is probably the most obvious mark to get yourself to be considered an ITA is going without a petticoat. Now, while I don't agree with putting someone down and calling them a name just because they haven't learned as much as somebody else, I do agree that a petticoat is an extremely part of the Lolita silhouette, and you can't really be all in the fashion without it. So I will forego any amount of floofiness in the skirt of this dress, which will be sad, but also at least I won't be as sweaty by the end of this video as I usually am. All right, I've collected all the pieces for my ITA masterpiece. Let's throw it on. So not ideal, I would say. You know, without the Hamtaro bag though, I do like the colors of like the green and the pink and the blue. That's kind of fun. And you know, I think Hamtaro on his own might possibly be helpful to like distract you from what else is going on here. But you know, this dress really isn't all bad. I think it could be styled in a really cute like country way with a better blouse. Obviously it's more of a casual dress and I would say it's more just kawaii fashion, not Lolita. But you know, this is just the hand that we were dealt today. Tell me guys, honestly, would you invite me to your local calm tea party? And more importantly, would you invite Hamtaro to your local tea party? Maybe I can be his +1. Alright guys, so this was obviously done in good fun. I did it directed towards myself, but I truly don't believe this is a word that you should use towards other people. While I was researching for this video, I really learned that most things related to being an ITA just come from a lack of wardrobe. Now this could simply be a lack of style awareness, or it could be a lack of disposable income, which would just be very unkind to poke fun at in any capacity. So because you never really know what somebody else's situation is, maybe we should just let that word die in the underbelly of the internet. Well, I hope you did enjoy today's video, guys. I hope maybe you learned a little something or might have a little bit of a different perspective about the whole ITA culture. In any case, I really enjoyed making this video, and if you enjoyed watching it, feel free to give it a thumbs up down below. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you enjoy yours as well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Bye! Goodbye now!